And I have these Garshana gloves, which are raw silk. And these are what I use these days to do dry brushing. I have also used something like this, which is like a little handheld brush. And I've also used something like this, which is like a little stick brush. But I'm really loving the Garshana gloves these days because they allow me to really target certain areas with my fingers and to give myself a massage. So I can even start in my hair. Actually, I'll take my hair down for this part. You can start in the scalp and just move down the face, the ears. Can get in the ears with the Garshana gloves, which I love, behind the ears. These are places that I tend to hold a lot of tension, like when I have headaches and things. Down the neck, the back of the neck. Don't forget the back of the head, the occipital area. Chest. Now I would be, if I didn't have a top on, I would be definitely going in circles, moving the lymph around the breast, under the armpits, moving the lymph. Same on the other side. And then down the arms. And you can linger, you know, I'm doing this fairly quickly. And I won't lie, I do tend to do it fairly quickly in my average routine. And probably like once a week, I'll just like really lean into it and let it be super sensual. Like this is the kind of time where I'm either super early, like I'm up early and I have extra time, or it's the weekend and I have nowhere to be, so I don't have to look at the clock. Don't have, you know, a meeting in the morning or to get my kid to school. And I just really lean into it and just touch every part of my body. I'll touch the back parts of my body, like I'll really go for it. I really try not to miss anywhere unless it's literally inaccessible to me, which, because I have pretty flexible shoulders, I can get all the way back there. And if that is an impediment for you, these are great for that. Because you don't really have to be all that flexible. You can just get it back there. And so I keep going. Really try to leave any part of the skin that feels like it hasn't been touched and get that part. Like I don't want to leave any piece of skin feeling neglected. And then I get my kidneys and I do a nice kidney massage, lower back massage. I do my belly in a circular motion, which is helpful for the digestion. I just ate, so I'm not going to do it too deep, but you can actually get in there, especially first thing in the morning, and really massage in that abdomen area. And that can really help you stimulate your digestion and have your morning poo, which we haven't talked too much about, but I'm really all about my morning poos going regularly. So after that, I really will get everywhere. I wouldn't normally be wearing these shorts. And I get the groin area. I'll say that I'll get as deep as basically the gloves will stay dry. So I'll go that deep in any part of my body, any, you know, orifice or whatever. Like as long as I feel like they're still clean and dry afterwards, that it gets touched basically. And you can wash them too. Not for that reason necessarily, but you know, every couple weeks I'll throw them in the wash. Because you are like, you know, you're getting a lot of dead skin off the body doing this. Like you could see the color starting in my thigh, right? I'm not just like, okay, you know, I'm getting that blood to flow. From an esoteric standpoint, I'm stimulating the channels. And we don't want to forget the back of the body either. So the back channel is the earth channel, which helps us to feel grounded. So I like to spend a lot of extra time on my back channels because they're a little wonky. I tend to not be all that grounded historically. So So let's see if we get some color. See some color. I get the cellulite. This is good for cellulite. It can help reduce cellulite, but it's also just good to give those areas that might be problem areas in your mind a little extra love, and send them that love and send them that intention. Even if, you don't always love them when you look in the mirror. You can love them through touch if you can't love them through sight. I get all the way down to the ankle, top of the foot. I mean, it's crazy, really. So we'll spend, $80 or more on a massage on a special occasion, but we can massage ourselves all the time for free. And I'm not in any way saying we shouldn't get massages. I think we should regularly, if we can, if it's accessible to us. But it feels awesome. Like, this feels good, and sharing it with you feels good. And like getting in between my toes. You can't really see me. Getting in between the toes, like getting every little millimeter of skin. And you can even pause in between and be like, okay, how's that feel compared to the other side? It's like buzzing with life. Like, this leg is like buzzing, and this leg is like, has this very static, very dull feeling in comparison. And I'm like a little winded even. So you can tell I'm putting in the effort. So this is why maybe I don't do it at this vigorous or this intense or this long every single day. But yeah, I mean, this is not definitely going like outside of my norm. But there are days when it's like, okay, I got 10 minutes to get in the shower, and it's a little bit harder to be present with the body in those instances. The toes. Okay. So that's my Garshana gloves. That's step 1. And then step 2 is Abhyanga, or self-oil massage. So we're going to talk a little bit about the word sneha, which is affection in Sanskrit. And this is a form of self-affection. And even I want to say that the word sneha might also mean oil. And I think that's why that's significant, because oil is like the visceral form of affection, right? Think of anything that's affection, love with your lover, a beautiful dinner. It's like there's an oily quality to it. And so that's why in Ayurveda, oil is so associated with love and affection and nourishment, like deep nourishment. So this is my little oil heater. I love this because it doesn't have to be plugged in, but I can still get it warm. So it just has this little tea light. And all I do is I pour my oil. It's almond oil. Pour it into this top part here. I'm not going to actually oil myself right now because I'm going to get my computer oily. I pour it in here. I light the thing. And then I use like the back of my hand to just feel it. And when it gets warm enough where it's like as warm as I want to put on my body, I just blow out the candle. Then I have nice warm oil. Don't have to have any like oil bath contraption that I put my oil in like hot water or anything like that. That's why I love it. Got it on Amazon. I won't lie. It's like $12. And so what I do is I just, I've kind of like gotten to the point where I know how much oil I need to put in here to get my whole body oily. And then I literally just repeat what I just did. The only thing is I don't do my hair, obviously, at night or in the morning. You can do your hair if you do it at night. But yeah, and so I would put my hair up for this part. And I start on my face. I do my forehead. I do my temples. I do my nose, my cheeks. I do my ears. I stick a finger in my ear, get it in there. And then I also, as we're on that topic, I don't have it in here, but it looks just like this bottle. it's oil, it's ear oil. And I'll sometimes put a couple drops in there. So that's a specifically herbed, like medicated oil for the ears. And you can use that, put it in there, rub it around, and then continue your Abhyanga with your regular oil, if that's something you want to do. Another way to use that ear oil is to lie on your side, put it in there, and just lay there and rest. And that's really soothing for the nervous system. It's kind of like being underwater in a really soothing way. And you can flip and do the other side. So I like to do that when I'm lying in bed at night, getting ready for sleep. And I just have a tissue. When I'm ready to flip, I put the tissue under the first ear and put the oil in the next ear and do the same amount of time on that side. Yeah, so basically same thing. I do the breasts, get the lymph moving. I do the armpits, even though, you know, you're like, why would I put oil in my armpits? But yeah, you can, because you're going to get in the shower or bath after this, theoretically. And by the time you take the shower, you'll find that a lot of the oil has absorbed through the pores. The heat helps that. And your body actually does eat the oil. It's a food for the skin. So whatever all that beauty hocus pocus stuff is out there, I can tell you that the oil actually is a food for your skin. And they do have medicated oils as well. While I'm on the topic of oil, what this actually is oil for the nose. So I'll do oil in my nose as well. I'll just do it so you can see. Just do a little bit. I do this most mornings because I find this pretty stimulating. So at night it's like, whew, kind of wakes you up like that. I just put it in here and kind of like snort it. And this is medicated. It has ashwagandha in it. It has Brahmi. Oh no, it doesn't have ashwagandha. Brahmi, calamus, skullcap, and eucalyptus. And I put that in there. I tilt my head back just a little, breathe it in. And then it just like runs out. I let it run out. Sometimes I get it a little in the back of my throat and I'll spit it into the sink. Do you have a question, Jen?
I'm wondering with the ear and the nose oils, if you would also use just plain oils, or do you only do those with medicated?
You totally can. Yeah. Like if I don't have it available or I'm just like rushing, I'll just stick my fingers in my ears and put the oil in my ears. Because I think we talked about this already, but the barrier we're working with, not only the skin barrier, but like the orifices, the organ barriers there are defenses, right, against pathogens. So it's just like adding another layer of defense. And same thing, I forgot to talk about my pulling oil. So this is for the mouth. This is sesame, coconut oil, guduchi, which is an herb, fennel. These are all herbs. Amalaki, harataki, bebetaki, peppermint, and spearmint oil. So I usually will put this in my mouth and start swishing right about when I start abhyangaing, because by the time I'm done with my shower, then I've had this in for like a good 10 minutes. I take quick showers, so like my shower itself is usually 5, but ideally you want this in your mouth. If you're going to do oil pulling, you want to swish it around your mouth until it turns kind of white. And I can't remember if the whiteness is because you're seeing the toxins pulled out, or if it's just the viscosity changes because it's almost like whipping eggs. I think it might be the latter. And like sometimes I don't do it long enough. It doesn't turn white. It's not the end of the world, but it's still another way to just reinforce all of the natural barriers we have in our various holes. I mean, really, it's lubricating. And, you know, we know like how valuable that is to so much of our body to be well lubricated, to the joints, you know, the brain, right? Like we don't want a dry brain. Yeah, does that answer your question? Okay, good. So yeah, again, I go all the way down and get in between my toes. And I do kind of graze my bottoms of my feet. And then I have these mats here that are like kind of terry cloth. But ultimately, I'm not trying to slip in my bathtub. So I don't give as much attention to my feet with the oil as I do with the dry brushing. It is great to really get like all those marma points activated, like foot reflexology points, if you will. So it's good to give them some attention with the Garshana gloves or with the dry brush you can do. But yeah, I don't advocate really oiling up the bottoms of your feet and then getting in a plexiglass bathtub. So if you're getting in the bath, or if you're already in the bath, maybe you could do it that way. Or this is actually my preferred way, is before bed, take some oil, and there are medicated oils too for this. This is really soothing to the nervous system as well. Give yourself an oil massage in bed, and then put your socks on and go to sleep and let your feet just soak it up. And you can maybe just have like a wet washcloth nearby to wipe off your hands if you don't want to go to the bathroom after that, if you want to just go straight to bed. So that is the long and the short of it.